Hey all, I'm Jalan from Sophos Support, and today we're going through the initial steps of handling active malware in your network. We'll be going over the common infections and how to identify what type of malware you're dealing with. Malware is a general term used to describe computer threats like Trojans, worms, or computer viruses. In most cases, Sophos Endpoint and InterceptX Advanced with EDR will let you quickly and easily clean up the majority of malware detected. In some situations, however, depending on the threat we detect, the cleanup process may be much more hands-on. An active malware incident is when malware is actively running on one or more devices in the environment. Signs of an active incident will be things like, but not exclusively, your files being encrypted by ransomware software, Sophos detections are constantly coming up on single or multiple devices, applications are randomly popping up without any user interaction, devices are sending out spam emails, or devices are running significantly slower than normal and you're seeing a significant slowdown performing normal tasks. These incidents can quickly escalate into a crisis and lead to a complete infection of the entire environment if they're not actioned immediately. To help you out, we've put together 4 malware remediation workflow videos which you can follow based on the symptoms you're experiencing. Now these videos are aimed at remediating the incident yourself, but if you need assistance, we strongly recommend contacting the Sophos MTR Rapid Response team to handle the remediation process for you. Remediating an active incident of any kind can be a difficult and technical task. Rapid Response is a fixed-price service where professional remote incident responders will not only neutralize an active incident on your network, but also monitor your network afterwards 24/7 for 45 days. Rapid Response is actually available for both Sophos customers and non-customers, so don't hesitate to contact support or your account manager to find out more. Click here or the link in the description to get further details. Today there's 4 types of malware we'll be covering and their common symptoms. If your symptoms are a match, follow the remediation workflow video for that type of malware from the link options in the video description. Ransomware encrypts files on devices and shares and tries to extort individuals and companies by stating the files will only be decrypted after paying some, generally large, amounts of money. Ransomware usually is the easiest to identify because the authors actually want you to see the ransom note stating your files are encrypted so you can pay them. They'll typically change your desktop wallpaper to an image stating your files have been encrypted, or prevent you from logging into your device displaying the ransom note and the option to pay the ransom via Bitcoin. Some less obvious signs are files are missing or inaccessible with their file extensions being changed to something unrecognizable like .crypt or .reco, which means those files have been encrypted. If InterceptX is installed on those devices or devices being contacted by those devices, you may also see CryptoGuard detections in Sophos Central or on the endpoints themselves. Ransomware is difficult because once files are encrypted, they can't be decrypted without the ransomware author's decryptor, so files generally can only be restored from backups. We will, however, show you how to identify what happened and how to prevent ransomware attacks from happening again in the future. If this sounds like what you're experiencing, click here or the link in the video description to watch the ransomware remediation workflow video. TrickBot and Emotet are a type of malware called Trojans. They disguise themselves as safe software or come in through spam emails to get installed on the systems without notice. They can do many things, but the most common is actually downloading other more destructive malware like ransomware to the systems. TrickBot wants to remain hidden, so without any detections from antivirus, it can be difficult to notice. Some detections you'll see in Sophos Central or on the Enterprise console that are specific to TrickBot and Emotet are the following. And you may see some non-specific detections that may still apply. Without the detections, the key indicator is usually the creation of randomly numerically named Windows services on affected systems. If this sounds like what you're experiencing, click here or the link in the video description to watch the TrickBot Emotet remediation workflow video. Coin miners are a type of malware which doesn't attempt to steal or destroy information. Instead, they use CPU power and RAM of the device for crypto mining. In these situations, affected devices become noticeably slower than normal, with intermittent slowdowns that aren't linked to user behavior. In Task Manager, you may see PowerShell spiking the CPU, making devices completely unusable. You may see accounts randomly being locked out, and you may see the following PowerShell execution detections from Sophos. If this sounds like what you're experiencing, click here or the link in the video description to watch the Coin Miners remediation workflow video. Shortcut link Trojans are a common form of malware that take advantage of the Windows shortcut functionality. These can work in multiple ways, but the most common thing they do is replace legitimate files with .lnk files of the same name. These LNK files then point to actually malicious files or contain command line commands which run in Windows command prompt to create or execute scripts. Things to look out for are .lnk files repeatedly being generated on your file shares, Sophos detecting or cleaning up LNK files, and users complain that their legitimate shortcuts are no longer working for some reason. If this sounds like what you're experiencing, click here or the link in the description to watch the Shortcut Trojan remediation workflow video. If none of the behavior we just mentioned matches up with what you're experiencing, but you are seeing suspicious files, click the link in the video description to submit sample files to Sophos Labs to analyze. If you're not seeing any suspicious files, you can use a tool called Autoruns from Microsoft to try to locate undetected malware. We've got a guide on how to use Autoruns, which is in the video description as well. So that's it for me for now. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up and leave us a comment. If you need any assistance on product-related issues, reach out to Sophos support or your account manager for assistance. Here are the links for the malware remediation workflow videos again, and as always, stay safe out there.